Hey guys, if you live in Hawaii Kai, Kalama Valley, or Portlock, we need you to get involved. Have you ever wondered how a bill becomes a law or how to track legislation as it moves through the legislature? Well, it's easier than you think. With our Capitol website, we want to make sure you have the tools and information you need to get involved. These tips and resources will help you navigate legislation like a pro. Our House research team will walk you through the process step by step. Follow me.
Aloha, and welcome to the House Minority Research Office.
It's our job to keep the caucus informed and get the communities engaged.
Let's learn how to navigate our Capitol's website. The Hawaii State Legislature's website is a comprehensive resource to help you to get to know the political landscape here in the islands and easily participate in the legislative process. Let's go to capitol.hawaii.gov to begin. The Capitol website is an incredible tool designed to serve legislators, their staff, and empower the everyday citizen with tools and resources for effective civic engagement. Within the website, you can access bill language, bill summaries, voting records, and follow them all the way through the process up to the governor's desk. Before the legislative session begins, it's important to get to know who are the leaders in your community and how their decision-making will affect you. Under the legislator drop-down on the left side of the homepage, scroll to the bottom and select Find Your Legislator. So this will take you to an interactive map where you can enter in your address and easily find the representative or senator in your district. For example, let's find the legislator representing Mililani, zip code 96789. So here you can see the Senate and House district lines. If you click on the House district, you can easily view the legislator's contact information. Once you know your community's legislator, let's get involved in the legislative process and find the issues that matter most to you.
The Capitol website features many helpful tools and resources to help you track legislation and stay informed about what's happening here at the Capitol. One of those tools is the Reports and Lists function. You can use this feature by selecting Laws and Research from the homepage, then select Reports and Lists from the drop-down menu. You can see in the column on the left that this tool allows you to search for measures by introducer, package, subject, and more. First, you must select the year of the legislative session that you want to research. Note that the site will automatically default to the most recent session, but it allows you to go back as far as 2013. Once you have the correct year selected, you can begin researching. Let's start with searching for bills by package. For example, select the Honolulu Police Department if you're curious about the legislative priorities to address crime. Or maybe you care about bills relating to children. Check out the Keiki Caucus package. Similarly, you can find bills relating to aging, retirement, and the elderly in the Kupuna Caucus package. You can also investigate the House Minority Caucus package to see what the Republican representatives are introducing in the upcoming session. Another useful resource is the subject search function. One topic of debate last session was short-term rentals, so let's search for that term. For the 2024 session, this resulted in 6 records. It is important to note that this subject search feature is not very forgiving. The term must match exactly or no results will populate. For example, if I had searched for short-term rentals without the hyphen, I would have received 0 results instead of 6. In the legislative process, bills are referred to committees based on their subject matter. For example, let's say you're a small business owner operating a boat tour company, and you would like to keep up with what potential regulations could affect your business. It is likely that the issues surrounding your business would be referred to the House Committee on Water and Land or Tourism. You can continue to track and explore those issues by clicking on the committee referrals box on the left. Finally, let's search from a list of all bills. Under the tab Deadline Tracking, you can select either 2023 and 2024 House bills or 2023 and 2024 Senate bills. Each legislative session is part of a biennium, which means the measures introduced in the first year can carry over into the second year. For example, our most recent legislative session, 2024, features some bills that were introduced in 2023. But the next legislative session, 2025, will start a whole new biennium with all new measures. If you are particularly interested in bills relating to a certain subject matter, the list of all House bills or Senate bills will be a great place to start. From here, you can use the search function, Control F for a PC and Command F for a Mac, to find bills relating to the subject matter. For example, let's explore the legalization of cannabis. First, let's check the 2023-2024 Senate bills. Next, in the search bar, type in legalization, and you can instantly see SB 3335. We can even select the bill number by following the link to the measure status page.
This measure status page has everything there is to know about the bill. You have the option of viewing the brief description of the bill, committee it was referred to, introducers, and actions taken on the measure. Most importantly, you can find out how your legislator voted on the bill and what your legislator's position is on the issues important to you. Are they supportive, in opposition? For example, let's go back to the issue of cannabis. In the previous search, we discovered that SB 3335 is related to the legalization of cannabis. Let's enter that measure into the search engine and see what we got. Perhaps you want to know how Representative Warren voted on this measure. You can search using the search function, Control F for the PC and Command F for the Mac. Here, we find Rep. Ward's voting records. He voted against the bill. You can also check different versions of the bill. If the bill has changed, the new draft of the bill is noted by a new number, such as House draft and Senate draft. The latest version of the bill is typically located on the top. Committee reports are a valuable resource. As the bill travels through the legislative process, these committee reports are vital and essentially summarize the discussion in each phase of the bill's progress. Let's familiarize ourselves with a committee report. Click on the latest report, which, unlike the most recent version of the bill, is on the bottom. Here, we can find important information like the purpose of the measure, the testimony, and any amendments made to modify the bill, which in some circumstances could alter the intent of the bill entirely. So, it's important to be aware of these changes. Another helpful tool is testimony. The YouTube symbols in the hearing notices box will take you to a recording of the public hearing. You can watch a past committee hearing on your phone or tablet, hear testifiers representing different viewpoints of the bill, questions and concerns that the legislators may have had about the bill, and finally, decision-making on the bill.
Every adult deserves the right to decide whether they can use cannabis without fear of judgment.
I am in strong opposition to this. Please don't do this to our Hawaii.
Testifying at the Hawaii State Capitol is one of the most valuable ways to participate in the legislative process. It only takes a few minutes to submit testimony on bills that are important to you. If you're interested in learning how to testify, take a look at this.
A valuable way to be heard is through testifying here at the Hawaii State Capitol during committee hearings where bills are voted on. The life of a bill relies on the testimony of citizens just like you. Let me show you how you can be a part of the process. The first thing to do is register on the capitol.hawaii.gov website. You will see at the very top of the webpage a login or register. Then log into your account. Once a bill has a hearing scheduled, you will be able to submit testimony. Check a bill hearing status under the Participate drop-down and choose Hearing Notification. This will give you the schedule. And you know what? There are multiple ways to testify here at the Hawaii State Capitol. First, you can come to the hearing in person and give testimony in conference rooms just like this one right here. Simply register to testify. However, if you don't register, you can still give testimony after those who are registered. Aloha, I'm Racine, and I'm here to testify on a bill. So what if you can't get to the state capitol in person? The good news is you can still testify remotely via Zoom. Plus, it carries the same weight as being here in person. Also, you can watch hearings live via the Hawaii House of Representatives YouTube channel, and that's anywhere you have online access. Are you stuck at work?
Hey, where's that report?
Got it. At home? All right, who ate my cheesecake? Headed off island? Or even at the beach while you're working on your tan. Woo, can't beat this. Another option is written testimony, which can be submitted up to 24 hours prior to the scheduled hearing. This is to make sure the representatives have your testimony before the hearing begins. This is so beneficial in making decisions. And it's important to note that anything that you submit is public record and can be viewed at any time. So here's how to testify. Log in to the State Capitol website. Towards the top of the page, there are drop-down menus. Choose the Participate drop-down and select Submit Testimony. Type in the bill number you are looking for and click Continue. Type in your full name. Please note that if you plan to give testimony virtually via Zoom, your Zoom name must match the name you enter here. Choose your position. Do you support or oppose this bill, or do you only want to make a comment? Next, you will choose if you are testifying as an individual or on behalf of a government agency, organization, or a business. How will you be testifying? You can choose in person, via Zoom, or written testimony. Please note you can submit a written testimony to accompany an in-person or Zoom testimony. Attach your written testimony document or write your testimony in the provided text box right then and there. Once you've submitted your testimony, you can either save progress or submit. Once you hit submit, you cannot edit it, so be sure you're satisfied with your written testimony. Note the hearing date and time and be ready to participate in person or remotely. Your testimony helps decide the fate of a bill. The most important thing is that you're contributing to your community. After all, the government works for you. So please get involved in helping us live out our state motto, "Ua mau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono." The life of the land is perpetuated in righteousness.